The bow was bigger than my future. It squatted in the living room like a dare. Obscene, glossy, breathing in the light like it owned the place. Red ribbon. Factory perfect. My sister held up the BMW key fob and the room applauded itself. Claps, laughter, approval ricocheting off the walls. Then it was my turn. A box. Small. Light. Almost apologetic. I opened it. Socks. Gray. Thin. $2 at most, the kind you buy when you've forgotten someone exists. I looked up. Dad didn't flinch. Didn't blink. Didn't pretend. He said it calmly like a verdict already signed. Everyone gets what they deserve. Take it or get out. The fire popped. My sister smiled without teeth. And something inside me went very still. Good, I thought. Let's begin. I learned early how to disappear without leaving the room. It's a skill you develop when love is rationed and attention is currency. I paid rent in silence. Earned praise in effort. Worked harder, spoke less, waited for fairness like a delayed train that never arrived. My sister learned a different language. She learned how to tilt her head, how to cry on cue, how to fall, usually into something expensive, and let Dad believe he was rescuing her every time. I was the dependable one. Fixed the sink at midnight. Drove Dad to appointments. Covered bills quietly and pretended it didn't hurt. Christmas used to be neutral ground. That illusion died with the sound of wrapping paper. The socks smelled like dust and finality. I didn't leave right away. I sat there with the socks folded in my lap, watching the room breathe around me. Watching my sister avoid my eyes. Watching Dad's jaw set like he'd rehearsed this moment. There were small things I'd ignored for years. Counts I wasn't allowed to see. Conversations that stopped when I entered. The way his voice softened only for her. The way my name became a chore. I smiled. I thanked them. I folded the socks carefully. Inside, questions stacked themselves into something sharp. When I stood, Dad didn't stop me. That told me everything. At 11:17 a.m., I found the truth where it always hides, behind the assumption that I wouldn't look. Dad's office. The desk drawer that stuck unless you pulled left. Years of paperwork. Neatly organized. Confident. The confidence of someone who never expects consequences. I wasn't looking for revenge. I was looking for proof I wasn't crazy. I found it. Bank transfers. Properties. A trust. My name used like a placeholder then erased. Loans taken against my credit. Signatures scanned. My sister's initials everywhere like graffiti. The room didn't spin. I didn't cry. Cold clarity settled in, precise, surgical. They hadn't just favored her. They had fed her with me. Silence became my ally. I copied everything. Screenshots. Statements. Emails. Timestamps that told a better story than any confession ever could. Patterns emerged like constellations. Dad's late-night logins. My sister's sudden ventures. I packed light. Only what mattered. Clothes. Documents. A calm that felt earned. At 3:58 a.m., I placed my keys on the counter. No note. Notes beg. I don't beg. Under the tree, where the BMW had been worshipped hours earlier, I placed one envelope. Inside, a drive. Labeled. Indexed. Evidence mapped to laws. Instructions. Timeline. Copies addressed to banks, attorneys, and an auditor who loved puzzles. I made sure it looked like a gift. Then I left. By morning, the house woke to consequences. Dad opened the envelope expecting absolution. He found a mirror. My sister called first. Her voice cracked halfway through my name. How could you do this? I listened to the tremor and felt nothing move inside me. Dad called next. No yelling. Only pleading. He said family. He said misunderstanding. He said you don't know what you're doing. I did. Accounts froze. Titles stalled. The BMW sat in the driveway like a joke nobody laughed at anymore. Lawyers asked questions that didn't care about tone. When I finally spoke, it was only once. You said everyone gets what they deserve. The line went quiet. Power isn't loud. It doesn't gloat. It changes the temperature of the room until everyone else notices they're cold. I rented a small place with clean light and no history. Bought myself new socks, good ones. Thick. Honest. Sometimes I think about the tree. The red bough. How easily people confuse gifts with grace. I don't feel guilty. I feel accurate. They taught me the rules. I just learned how to play, without asking permission. On Christmas, everyone gets what they deserve. I took mine and walked.